Welcome to this DaVinci Resolve Fusion node breakdown. Today's node is the bump map node. So we're going to jump into Fusion, and we've got a setup with a material in there, and I'm going to bring in a bump map node. And what this bump map node is used for is on our materials, we have this bump map material. And this node is required to be able to use this node. We can't feed footage straight into the bump map node. So this bump map node is required to go into the bump map material node. Now on the bump map node, we have two source image types. Yesterday we discussed using bump maps and creating your own bump map to feed into the bump map node. So if you have an existing bump map or you need to create one, you want to make sure your source image type is set to bump map. And you'll know you have a bump map if you have an image that looks something like this. And this is a material that had a normal map applied to it. So if you have something that says normal map or bump map and it looks like this, it's the same thing. And it's basically creating this vector data with these different colors to tell the texture how high this bump is supposed to be. So if we have this type of map, a bump map, we can feed it into our bump map node. If we go to our render, we can see that it is applied. Now within our bump map, if we're feeding in an actual bump map, you notice we're missing a lot of these extra sliders. So if we go to the height map, we can see we've got scale, so we can change the scale, and it looks odd because we're not feeding it in a height map, we're feeding in a bump map. So we're missing that information. And that's because this node is kind of assuming you already created your bump map exactly how you wanted it to look, or that we're using that create bump map node. So if I bring in create bump map, on our create bump map node, we have all this height scale information. So if I didn't have, say, this actual bump map or normal map, and I was using a height map that looks like this, I could feed it into the create bump map node and use this height scale and filter size to get the look I want to look. And if you notice, this looks almost exactly like this, but this has a lot more detail in it. So we again could feed this in. And if we look at our render, we've got that image. And if I need to change the actual height, I could use that create bump map to change the height of that bump. So we'll go ahead and input our original image back in. Now on the wrap mode, this is just for textures that you want to be seamless textures. So we can wrap, clamp, or mirror just so those textures don't show those seams in it. In our texture depth, we've got source, integer 8, 16, float 16, and float 32. We'll leave it on source, and this is just the depth that your color channels are using. And down here we have texture filtering mode, and this is for your hardware or software rendering, just telling it what filtering mode is going to use for low Q and high Q for both of those. And of course you have the choice of nearest, bilinear, trilinear, or aniscopic for both. And under your software you have nearest, bilinear, or saturated. So if we wanted to bring in a height map instead of a bump map, we could. So we'll bring in our height map, and we're going to input that into our bump map. And you noticed it's kind of odd because it's expecting that bump map data. But if we switch over to height map, we can use our height scale to bring that data back in. And down here we have what channel it's using, whether it's your luminance, average, max, min, red, green, blue, or your alpha. And your clamp Z to normal is where you're clamping that bottom Z. And we also have our wrap modes of wrap, clamp, and mirror. And we have our texture depth. And additionally, we have the same texture filtering modes. So that is the bump map node. I will see you in the next node breakdown.